Hello you guys and welcome to today's video. I'm going to be taking some of the items that I've thrifted over the last little bit and we're going to find them a home. Yes, I have had a pile in my corner for a minute ever since I've shown you some things, and so today we are going to do a couple little DIYs and we are also going to be styling a bunch of the thrifted items, including my sweater. I love it so much. Nice and springy. So I hope you guys will follow along and hopefully it gives you some inspiration. And by inspiration, I mean, hopefully it makes us all want to go thrifting by the end of this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already to see more content like this. And let's go ahead and get started. If you guys watched the very end of my thrift haul, you'll know that I shared this with you. I got this in the Target dollar spot a couple weeks ago, so it might not be there unfortunately, because sometimes when they get stuff, like I feel like they do like 2 spring releases sometimes, like they have their initial and then they'll have another one. But I did get this at Target, so if you can find one, I hope you can, because it was $5 and it's just the cutest. I'm gonna go ahead and stain this up for the girls' room. I think it'd be so cute painted, but I have some other things I'm gonna paint in the room, so I just figured, you know what, this will be a nice, just pretty solid piece. So I'm just gonna apply the stain I used on the doors, and I'm hoping that it goes on really well. So we have a new day. It's a new day. I'm wearing the same clothes but different hairstyle to make it seem seamless, but it's not seamless because I just told you. But anyways, we are going to go ahead and hang up the shelf. I do still need to seal it, but time is of the essence. So I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it like this, but I'll just do a quick seal of polyacrylic. Super simple, it dries really fast. Honestly, I'll probably do 2 coats, but I could probably get away with 1 because it's a shelf. But it does have spots where you can hang it with nails, but that terrifies me because it just terrifies me. And I understand that that is silly, but it's true. So I'm thinking right here, my daughter wanted a shelf, so I'm just kind of figuring out where we want it, where it doesn't look like silly or just like completely silly. And I'm gonna use command strips. I think I said that, did I say that? I don't remember. But I'm gonna use command strips just because I'm scared. And then if it's something where we decide we like it and we love it. The other reason I'm not 100% sure if I want to use nails is because I had thought about giving them like bulletin boards, like almost like making this whole thing or part of it like a push pin style so she can hang up. She's getting older. And so, you know, toys are played with a little bit less now, and there's more like notes and pictures and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, that's a long way of saying we're gonna hang this, but I don't know, I feel like that feels like too floaty. I think we're gonna go higher. Still might look floaty, I don't know. But I use command strips, oh, this is new. I use command strips all the time. And they're awesome because you just take the tape off and then, I don't wanna see the white part. You just stick it on there and hold it for about 30 seconds. And then the other side on the wall. It does say, and it works perfectly if you do it perfectly. So a lot of times people say, those never work for me, but I'm assuming either you're not like doing the whole pressing it on for 30 seconds or 60 seconds or whatever it is, or you're hanging the item while it's on here. So technically I should be only hanging the command strips on the wall and letting that adhere to the wall before any other weight gets put to it. That's how it's really gonna like super glue to the wall essentially. But this is so light. So I kind of get away with it. I do like lighter things like that, but if it's heavier, you for sure want to do the full wait time, and they will stick. They will stay. I've used these for many, many years. I've used them for full-on picture frames, and they're just awesome. So anyways, we are breaking the rules today. So do as I say, not as I do. But let's go ahead and get this beauty I'm all. Why is this so very scary? Should have had a level, but whatever. It's mostly level. Okay. It's cute. It's a little random. It's a little random, but it's cute. I'll let her fill it with what she wants, but for right now, just for styling purposes, I just figured I'd kind of grab some little knickknacks she has. It's broken. Thrifted these beautiful wooden candlesticks in my, well, actually not my last one, I think a couple videos ago, but I was down here playing around a little bit and I'm having a hard time, which maybe is why they were donated, but I was trying to figure out like which candle to go in it, because if it's too tall, then it's not going to work anywhere. Even that's kind of pushing it. But then I have white, I also have beeswax, which I love the beeswax color against the shelves, but I don't know, the taller the candle, it just looks more awkward. But then I had like a really short one and that looked awkward too. I don't know. I tried it over here, like beside the picture frame. It just felt weird. And then I didn't know how to do both together without, because you want to have, for the most part, you want to have them like stacked. But doing it over here, it's just so high, it felt like. So then I had it over here. Also, how beautiful is this letter holder? Love it. I had it over here and I was trying to play around like just in different spots. And I was like, you know what? The candles aren't working. I think it'd be beautiful to like have on a table setting if you had these like mixed. But for styling, using them as like actual candle holders, it's proving to be difficult. So if you guys have any good ideas, let me know. But I actually just ended up here with like a medium sized of a brass in the middle. And I thought that was pretty. It kind of just shows it off anyways. And yeah, I don't know. I'm torn otherwise. It looked weird everywhere else. So that might be where they land for now. I'm not quite sure. I do like my brass holder there though, so we'll see if they stay there. But these are proving more difficult to style than I thought. Like it's a candlestick. You think you should just be able to plop it down and move away, but it's the candles in them that is just really, I don't know why that just looked weird to me. Do I need a thicker candle? I feel like that's as thick as they go though, no? Is it just me? I mean, maybe that looks fine. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. It is lunchtime. Harvey and I are in the kitchen, and if you guys remember, I thrifted this just a minute ago, and I am going to use the hooks. And someone said before we try and before I try and like rub it with it to see if it actually is pretty metal underneath. So I don't know. We'll see. I have a feeling it's going to be like black or something, but sorry, I don't love having my phone camera in the shot a lot of the times, but a lot of the times I'm also filming this for Instagram, so please excuse me, or for shorts as well. Okay, they painted the back too. Starting to get nervous it's going to be more than just like a paint job. It's actually going to be like a factory finish. But only time will tell. And then I will just donate back this black part of it because it's still really pretty and somebody could find different hooks and put them on. Or they could make it into like a name sign if you filled in the holes with wood filler, repainted it, and like got letters that were wooden and put that on. That would be really cool. Okay. Into the crock pot we go. Literally least aesthetically pleasing counter ever. This is real life. Okay, we need some more water in there. A little bit of baking soda.
A little bit of baking soda. It's burned on the bottom. It's burnt on the bottom.
Oh, sugar snaps. As you can see, the paint did not come off the crock pot at all. So I figured like, yeah, this is some kind of factory finish or something like that. So we, and then I scraped a tiny bit and it's, oh wait. Yeah, it's literally just like, I don't know if you can see, okay, hello. You can't see any of that. Oh, you see there, okay. It is just metal. So it's not worth anything in the sense of like stripping the paint off just to rub and buff it or spray paint it again. So we are just gonna go ahead and rub and buff. You guys can see I already did one. It is so gold. Like I'm trying to be like artsy with this lighting, but I feel like it's working against me. But I'm doing this one in gold leaf. So let's go ahead and finish up the other two. Just forewarning, this stuff does have a little bit of a smell to it, like a chemical smell. Apparently there's like real pieces of metal in this and that's why it works. I just heard that recently. I'm just repeating it. I could be lying. Don't take my word for it. For these hooks, I didn't realize, and maybe some of you did when I was taking them off, they're protruding. Like that shelf, these hooks were made specifically for that shelf, which obviously makes sense, but a lot of the times you can actually just find hooks on a plaque, even if it was made for it, and they don't have like this little bump out here. So unfortunately that might play against us and I might not be able to use them, but I did still want to include this in the video because I thought about taking it out, but no, like this is still an idea you can use, just maybe not all the time. So I really wanted to put them here because Brad and I, we used to have the coat rack hook that I put up here and I actually still liked it here, but I ended up bringing it downstairs just because if we have guests over, we really need the extra hook space. Not that people typically have coats here because it's a lot warmer most of the year, but even still, I felt like I needed it there, and also just the balance that it creates in that space in the entryway. So blah, 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 blah. I want to have some hooks here. I thought about putting some here too, not necessarily these. So I need to decide if I do want the hooks to be here instead, then I don't want to put them here because that's obviously too much. But that's kind of my idea. Like, is it too much gold? So I might not even do it though because the hole in the back is like this and I can fit a tiny nail in. So I can still make this happen, but it's definitely going to be protruding out of the wall as much as it is when I hold it up. And you know what? I feel like that's just actually, I feel like it's just going to wobble. It's not going to make sense. If I put clothes on that, it'll never be fully secure. So I think that this is a bust, unfortunately. And I'm also kind of okay because I didn't really want to put a hole in the wall. I really did want to use these. Like I actually wanted this to be what it was, but unfortunately I think it's just going to cause too much problems. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and put this back with the tray thing that I got, and then I'll just go ahead and I'll donate it. And then if somebody wants to get inspired by the gold and maybe change everything gold, or if they want to paint it again, they can. But this was a bust. Sometimes they don't always work. That was my fault for not even noticing right at the beginning, but you live and you learn. Okay, next one. These are 3 baskets that I thrifted. These were such a good deal. $2 each. I'm so surprised. And I think I told you guys if you watched the thrift haul that I really would love to use these as like a teacher appreciation gift. I think they're really sweet because then the teacher could use the basket, stuff it with a little bit of, I'm like saran wrap, cellophane, it's not a word, tissue paper, or like the Easter basket stuff. And then you could put a treat in there and a gift card and like some other cute things. I feel like that'd be really cute. And then they can decide what they want to do with the basket. For myself, however, I don't really love both the handles. I just feel like it's a bit cumbersome and awkward. Look at me using big words. And so I actually went ahead on this one and I cut one off. And I love this because then you can just pop it. And then maybe just put a couple little faux tulips. Right now Target has these for $1. I think they're $1 each, and honestly I find them very worth it. They actually look pretty realistic and they're nice and soft. They're not cheap. They're made with like a soft material, but just like this, why are you short? Anyways, something like that though. How cute is that for $2? Or we could also carry it into the pantry over here and use it as like a garlic basket. You guys can see I actually already have a thrifted basket that I use for garlic, but if I wanted to, I could add another one and then just have, actually that's so cute, I might do that. But yeah, super cute, super easy. You know, my mom lives with us, we could even have it be like, that's her garlic, that's our garlic. We don't really do that, it's like, use whatever, but you guys get the picture. Or if you had like, get snacks. I just love it. I love using baskets for food storage. It just makes it so much prettier. And I love making the practical pretty. So there you go. I think I'll probably put one there and one over there. A little while back, I thrifted this gorgeous piece. I did pay a little bit more for this. It may have been $28, which sounds crazy, but at the time I loved it, so I paid it. But it just has the sweetest little drawer, 2 little shelves. I honestly got it because I thought it would be great to do, don't look at my dirty cabinets, but I wanted to do just like a couple of our most used spices. And I might even do something different because I obviously wouldn't want to keep them in this. This is not pretty. We like practical and pretty, don't forget. But I was like, oh, maybe I could actually get some like jars almost and the ones that we use the most, but probably not. Knowing me, I probably won't do that. So I was like, okay, how can I make this work for what I've got? So I thought, you know what, let's just go ahead and use it as almost like a pretty, just a pretty display, which is unusual for me because again, I like to use what I actually have out. And that being said, everything that I'm gonna put in here is from things that I've used. So maybe that's actually not accurate. Maybe it will be used more than that. But anyways, I actually just got a couple pieces from around the kitchen that won't be missed from their current spots so that we can style this. So first up, these are one of the pictures I told you guys about. This isn't the exact one I thrifted recently, but these are the little ones that I like to use for the kids' syrups. So when we have waffles or pancakes or whatever, each kid gets their own individual syrup. And it's perfect because it's like portion control and also there's no fighting. Everybody has one. Not that there's fighting over a syrup bottle, but you know what I mean. You never know. This is perfect because I did not actually have a spot for these. These are salt and pepper shakers. I've never actually used them just because the inside looks like a little bit rough. I don't know if they've actually ever been used. Probably, but anyways, salt and pepper shakers, although one has bigger holes. Which one has the bigger holes? You do that for salt, right? You don't want as much pepper. Is that correct? So I'll put these in here. Super adorable. And then I didn't really know what to put here. And so I just found these tongs from my little like tea set that we don't really have out that much. But I was like, you know what? It's pretty and I'm sure the girls will love that. And last but not least, I got this. My mom got me this for my birthday, I think like 2 years ago now. It needs a little bit of a cleaning. I'll do that. But I just display it on my little shelf that I have over there. But I don't know, it just felt like it was an afterthought, not so much a moment. So I feel like it'll be really cute tucked in there. But let me just tidy this. It just has like, you know, when the kitchen gets a little bit of that like dust, but also like grease that we all love so much. This was actually made in Germany and I do still have the original box somewhere, but it had a little bit more information. I think it was like 1920 or 1930s that someone was gifted this from their father. I'm pretty sure if I'm remembering correctly. Just super sweet. Just tuck that in there. Precious, precious. And then the top right here looked a little bit empty to me, so I did actually put my butter container. Let me show you that first. I have this beautiful butter container that I actually want to use, but we just haven't. And I have it up on that shelf, but it kind of gets lost because I have it this way. So I thought, oh, it'd be really cute to have it here, but it just felt almost like the shelf was wearing a hat, if that makes sense. It just felt a little bit too heavy. Like maybe if it was just a little bit shorter. I don't know, it felt a little odd to me. So I decided instead we just put one little thing. This is jam. This is so cute. I love this so much. I forget every year that I want to use this. So I think I need to remember to use this for Easter because I actually do want to use the things that I have. Super pretty and just off to the side there. And I think that like it's nice because it pulls in the copper and then you obviously got the gold and then the whites from the cup. So I think that's where we're going to land. And because I obviously don't have enough on this counter, I figured why not go ahead and add in the fruit bowl that I just thrifted recently. Well, this is actually an antique store. I did pay $20 for this. Color is so beautiful. I just put some beautiful apples in it. Nice pop of color on the counter. Cozy and pretty. So I've told you guys before that I love collecting teacups. However, I do not have a place to store them because they're all so different that they look just a little bit too much pattern and color in one spot. So this is my styling. It's right here. Just like the tease from Beauty and the Beast. I almost forgot. Last but not least for the kitchen is this beautiful picture that I will now place with the other pictures that I just stare at because they're pretty. Honestly, the new hutch I got, I kind of want to style them in there. It's hard because you'll never see them though, unless I open it. So it'd more just be like for a photo moment, but to be fair, none of them are the same. They're all different. They're all from different places. All right, I got my paint clothes on. It's fine. That was really cute, but it's fine. So if you guys remember, I thrifted this a while ago and I said I was gonna use it for a trash can for the girls' room. However, the color of it is not great. I also wanna use the trash can for their room because they always have so many little dinky doily paper things, and that way it's not like a garbage, it's more for like recycling. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and just give it a light sanding because honestly I can't even feel like raised texture, but I'm sure you're gonna see it. Here's a little bit different, like just slightly. So I just grabbed 240 grit sandpaper, just really lightly. I'm just gonna make sure that there's like no, like that already is actually so much better. No bumps. And then I'm going to, I think I wanna do like a fun kind of like pinstripe pattern, not pinstripe exactly, but bigger. I just think that'd be really fun and pretty. So let's see what we can come up with.
They're really sketchy as is. The dogs,
Ah.
well, yeah, because I'm getting my coat all dirty. I know. My new old coat. Able to get better coverage for a better price. Cutting that and the.
Dude, what happened?
Did you feel the thought?
What happened?
I started on this. Yeah.
Mom never.
So it all started back when we first viewed this place. You could tell that it's
Did you get on this work?
Yeah.
over time, all
No,
over.
God.
You can't put windows in something that's got a plumb.
So I went ahead and painted the base coat, and I actually used the color that if you remember in my bedroom, I color matched my duvet cover. And this is the color. It actually looks so beautiful. It did not look like this upstairs. This is such a good neutral. I don't have an actual name for it because I just color matched it. But we are not gonna leave it like this. Oops. Like this. We are going to actually add stripes to it in the same color as the girls' wall. I initially thought I was gonna use the blue, but I feel like that's gonna be too circusy, so I'm gonna go a little bit thicker. And this hopefully will actually work out better for me because this is the like soft paint you can, or sorry, this is the soft tape that you can get from Scotch. This is the kind that you can put on wallpaper and it's not supposed to harm it. So hopefully this works out, but essentially we are just going to create our line, and I'm gonna go off of this to help keep it straight. I'll straighten it. Just want to show you guys the general gist of it because my children are being quiet for me while they're playing a game right there. And then we're gonna put a piece of tape right next to it, line it up as straight as we can, and then we'll put another piece here, another piece, and then once I have all of that taped out, then I'll take these pieces off and we'll paint over that, and that will give us our stripe detail. So I'll show you what I mean. at this end spot here, I can either leave it really big in pink. I can also just do this and have 2 small lines. I mean, it's not gonna be something that's gonna be the end of the world and you're gonna see. Or I could also do this tape.
This is
I'm gonna do that. I'm just excited to get the pink on. Also, my company's coming today. I know I've kind of like talked about that here and there, but we have company coming for a week. So I've been trying to like pre-film everything like mad, and I've done so much work. So that way I don't fall behind for you guys, but also can enjoy my friends while they're here. And so they're coming tonight from Canada, and this is what I'm doing. Hi.
Mom, I have to go collect all the stuff that for school and what we want.
Okay, so now, see all these pieces? We are going to take these off. So that way we can just paint over. And this will be our pink stripe. And those will be the white stripes. And now there is a technique where, which you guys just heard, I have company so I don't have time, where I would paint over all of this in this white color. And then that way it'll seal these lines here so it will prevent bleed through. However, like I said, I don't have time for that. So we're just gonna have a hope and a prayer and maybe a lot of touch-ups. And by I don't have time for that, I would mean like I'd have to let that dry and then paint my pink. But that's like 2 hours, so I'm not gonna do that. Molly, this is your trash can for your room.
I am relieved.
You're relieved?
I need one!
So satisfying. I felt bad because the original like was well done. It just was old, but not like vintage old. It was like 2000s old. I am so happy with how this turned out. It's so cute. Love the pattern mixing here. So fun. Don't be afraid to play, you guys, especially in kids' spaces. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was well overdue getting those items into their homes. It feels so good for everything to have like its own little nook and cranny now. I feel like I still need to figure out what I want to do with those wooden candlesticks because I'm not quite sold. So if I do, I will be sure to share that. But if you have any other comments or suggestions on where I could put them or where to use them, let me know down below and let me know what you thought of all of these things. And like I said, make sure you subscribe if you aren't already. Give this video a thumbs up and I will see you in next week's video. Bye guys. Okay, here goes nothing. Wait, is it on fast speed? Oh, it's not. What was that?
It's the hat and the shirt and the dance moves for me.
I don't like it. It's like Alien. Okay. Well, there you go.